Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's live trading session and trade review. It will be a little bit shorter than usual, just in that I want to get back to the trades. Have a couple of trades open at the moment. Short gold, which has pretty much been the theme for the week, so we're short just above 3071. So record highs again today, probably been up to about 3085. We'll have a look at that again in a few minutes, and the Dow I'm short the Dow as well, a little bit below where we're currently trading. Gold keeps breaking down to the 3071 area, not quite giving me a TP level, so just going to keep an eye on that as we go through this session. And then we'll just talk about how the Dow starts to open. So we've been up to just shy of 42,300 as we wait for the opening bell. We're about 8 minutes out or so from that. The other markets are all fairly stable. It was PCE data today. Came in a little bit higher than expected, and when you look at the PCE data for the year so far, so I know we're only at the end of March, but the PCE data today was the hottest of the year so far. So just looking to see how that takes us through into the opening bell, and keep an eye on the Dow as we get there. So for the time being, gold continues to trade around that 73 level, whilst the Dow is holding around 44,270, so about 30 pips or so away from where I just shorted the market. So as I said, PCE data hottest of the year so far. Fridays since the start of Trump's second term have become synonymous with some fairly outlandish statements, or fairly aggressive statements, so don't want to trade too aggressively for the remainder of the day. It's been a good week, and looking to hold on to those returns as we head towards the opening bell. The other big piece of news, it's been a piece of news that's been with us for some time, but Elon Musk is still saying that he's going to cut some of the capital spending by $1 trillion by the end of May. So that's a big move between those between now and then. You've also got the tariffs. 2nd of April, which I think is Wednesday next week, is the key date for the imposition of those, and for those to take effect. The auto tariffs are the latest one to get attention. And I've seen on CNBC today that they are trying to work out how much more expensive a BMW, how much more expensive a Jaguar or Range Rover is going to be in the short term because of these tariffs coming, and the way that that's going to affect those markets via the American vehicles. So with the currencies, the last of the markets that we usually look at, the sterling is again that little bit stronger today, trading around 129.60. The euro just above the 108 line. So we're about 5 minutes out or so now from the opening bell. So we'll just continue to look at these markets ahead of those. We'll bring up gold and have a look at that and how that's moved today. So you can see these record levels that we saw earlier this morning. We traded up there to about that 3,085 level. Came off fairly considerably early this morning, then have slowly regained those sort of levels ahead of the opening bell here in New York, and likewise have started to come off from those levels in the last half an hour or so. So currently trading around that 3,073 level, just above that, 3,073 and a half. Whilst the currencies stay firm, the Dow is pushing back to our entry point, currently trading 42,250, and the DAX has come off about 30-40 points as well since we've been speaking. Gold picking up a little bit. The gold trade I'm going to leave, going to let that run for a bit. Did let a couple of the gold trades run a little bit too long last night, so no trades over the weekend, of course. Just looking for opportunities to take profit on this Dow position, and likewise on the gold if that materialises. So there are take profit levels in on both of those trades. Hopefully those trigger fairly soon after the opening bell. Apologies here, I thought we had the trades open. It doesn't look like we do. I'll just try and open those for you now, whilst I'm keeping an eye on everything there. So we're just looking at the trades for the week, so it's going to take a few seconds to just bring this up. So you should have that on your screens now. We started the week reasonably well. Poor day Tuesday, stopped out pretty much on the across the board late into the day. Again, another very good day on Wednesday. A good day yesterday. Those two trades that we ran into the close yesterday, two gold trades costing us a little bit there. But the overall effect with one Dow trade open and one gold trade open, and both of the sell side were up about 874 pips for the week, which completely brings back all of the money lost last week and some. So you can see the only negative day was, of course, Tuesday with those stops. We saw about a loss just under 500 pips there, but that was easily taken over by the returns that we saw on Monday and Tuesday. Yesterday was more of a break-even day with those two late gold trades pulling or taking the gloss off the trading for the day, but today again pushed it back up to 874 pips worth of profit with a couple of trades left open. So sorry, I'm just going to have to do this in a roundabout way, so we can have a look at the markets here. So again, still not a great deal changing. I mean, when you look at PCE data, the way that the Treasury yields have been affected, there hasn't been a great deal of change over the course of the half an hour or so since, no, it's longer than that, the 2 hours, sorry, the hour, I'll get it right in a minute, the hour that the markets have been open since the data was released. But the data hasn't been changing a great deal over the course of the year either. We seem to be stagnating somewhat, and we'll see if there is some change to that during the remainder of the afternoon. So we're back down to entry now on the Dow trade. Trading there 42,240. I had thought about taking another position on that trade as we moved up to 42,300. Didn't do it. Regretting that now, but we'll just wait for this to go through into the opening bell. We're about 2 minutes away from that opening bell. The Dow still ticking down. Seeing gold pick up a little bit. There has been certainly a move towards the more the safer assets, the safe haven assets over the last little period, and we'll see if that continues today. So gold has popped up there to 3,077. Definitely interested in selling that again in a move towards 3,079. Mindful that I do have a position a little bit lower down, but we'll see where the Dow opens as we head to the bell here. Less than a minute to go, so I'm just going to bring up the Dow. We will finish this session fairly soon after the market opens. I'll just get back to looking after those open positions, possibly increasing the short gold, but we're moving back down there a little bit lower. Market not quite open yet, but we're around that 42,230 level. So I'm just going to open up my phone as well, just if I want to react. So we've dropped down there a bit, went down to 212. The market was open, or the market is open. Didn't quite get down to my TP level, just hoping that we'll see those levels again. Wasn't quick enough to take the profit that maybe I should have done around that time, and we've pushed back that little bit higher again. So I'm just going to hold off, just continue to watch this market. We're about 10 pips against us on that Dow trade. It did go down. I saw a price of 212 trade. Unfortunately, that would have still seen a nice little profit, 30 pips or so in it, but I wasn't quick enough to take that as I was getting ready to look at the market opening. So still the 2 trades open. What I'll do is I'll get off this session now, and I'll join you back on Telegram straight away, and we'll see how the market reacts from this point. Just before I leave, in terms of where the markets are, the Dow hasn't done a great deal. Gold has popped up that little bit back towards the 3,080 level. I'm probably going to short gold again now. The other markets are all pretty much unchanged. So you'll see the trades going through on Telegram fairly soon. Thank you very much for joining me today.